Welcome back to another video, everybody. We just hit 1,000 subs in the channel. It's really exciting. Thank you so much for the support. Today we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be doing some TFT gameplay review. So you guys are free to send me some gameplay, for maybe preferably a bottom 4, so that I can try to decipher. Is deciphering the word? What could have been done better, in my opinion. I'm currently in Master. I am not a top 100 player. I am not even a top 1,000 player. I'm like a top 2,000 something player. So, but if you're interested in learning, interested in trying to figure out what you could be doing better as a player, maybe to hit Diamond and hit Master, I'll be putting a link in the description below for you to sign up and send me some of these gameplay. So our first ever TFT gameplay review, I'm hoping to make a series of this, by the way, not just one, is from JGreg, who is also a content creator on both YouTube and Twitch. He is currently Platinum in NA, and his goals for TFT is to climb to Masters this set and to get better at pivoting and improve his mid to late game. Okay, cool. So if you guys are interested in following JGreg, I'll be putting his links in the description, and let's just jump into some of his gameplay. All right, we're jumping in. He tries to go for the chain. Okay, well, for me, chain is like one of the best starts you can get. Chain can be a red buff, and a lot of comps can make use of red buff in the end. It's a really, really good early game carry, but he got the belt instead. That's okay. That's what I would do, if not the bow. Bow is probably my current favorite, though. Yep, getting pairs is a really, 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 really good habit, especially for the early part. Here, he has 3 Jarvans. What does he do? Yep, okay, good. That is exactly how I would play it. Because for me, I'm a big fan of Blaster Brawlers. Okay. He takes the Jarvans in case he gets more. Maybe he makes a 3-star, makes it a part of his comp. Okay. Oh, okay. So he leveled up early so he can add Protector. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. So my current playstyle is playing really aggressively. I want to be able to do as much damage early game and save as much HP as I can early game. And for mid game. He doesn't have the Graves anymore though. So for me, I think the 2 best possible starts are Cybernetics, or Cybernetics with Blaster with a red buff, or Space Pirates with Blaster and a red buff. The red buff it carries your early to mid, so it's really important to preserve HP. I think a lot of people think that all they have to do is preserve, like, hit their comp by a certain round and they can be cruising, but I feel like a lot of HP has saved my butt so many times in the late game where it gave me time to try to ramp up. Okay, early Caitlyn. So what I do here, I'm not sure if JGreg is gonna do it here, is I actually level here. Oh, okay. That's how I positioned it too. I know Caitlyn is better in the backline, but I don't want her to be Blitzcrank. So that's me. That's a me thing. See, look at that. Called it. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if the high elo players do it this way. I level up at level 2, 3 to 5 if I can, because I want like as many units as possible, right? I know they normally pre-level. They go to 8/10, so that by 2-5 they're at level 5. But I normally just go for it. It doesn't have like a fantastic amount of options. His cloak and tier. He already has a cloak, so he's not interested in declaw. I think I would do the tier as well, because the tier could become Shoujin. or redemption in this case. Ooh. Early Wukong. Okay. I would put that in play, yeah, over the Darius for sure. Is he gonna build anything now? Okay, he's going for the early Zephyr. The high elo, like, what the high elo players recommend is that you slam items. If you have 4 items, you have to make a decision what item to make. Would have I done the Zephyr here? Because I guess I don't know. For me, I'd still probably hold on to them. What I would do is get Cybers. I mean, he didn't get Cybers, so clearly that's not a thing you can do. I mean, I don't like, people should not be rolling at this point of the game, by the way. But for me, like, I keep all the Leonas Fioras I can because I'd like to be able to make Giant Slayer or red buff priority. Because even if you're going like a Kale comp, you can still use red buff, and as long as it preserves your HP early on, right? Is the Shen there better? I think I would have gone Xayah for Celestial because he already has 2 Chrono. Yeah, so that's what I would do in this scenario. I would have added Xayah just so that they have heals. Caitlyn's ult would basically heal her up. He wins, and that's fine. I think for me, at this point, 800% I would get that Jace. Even though he doesn't have the Darius. Just so he can have the Vanguard for his Wukong. Like, I'm pretty sure that's his strongest board. Rod. Infinite Edge. Hand of Justice. For me at this point, what I see with those 4 items, I see like 4 Kale items, 4 Kale components. That can be Rageblade, you can get Hand of Justice, you can get GA, you can, yeah, that's pretty much it.
No turning back now.
Yeah, so leveling up at 3-2 is one of the new metas. 4 Chrono 2 Protector. So let me pause here. Normally at this point, I have some kind of direction already. Like, I have an idea of where I want to go. Usually, if I'm going to pivot or I'm going to change it, or I'm going to make my decision basically after Krugs. So, based on what items I get all throughout from the early creep rounds, from the carousel to Krugs, and then during Krugs, I'm scouting on what items people have built already. And based on that information, I choose to go a certain way. Like, for example, if someone built a Rageblade, they're probably going Kale. And if someone builds a red buff, they're probably going Cybers or Brawler Blaster. Not, again, red buff can go in a Kale comp as well, because Kale comp you can use Ezreal and Misfortune, so you'll still have the Blaster buff. So with that, once you've decided after Krugs what direction you're going, at least you know what items you can build after that. Again, I'm not a pro, just in master, but I'm not sure because JGreg didn't add his thoughts, right? So I'm not sure if what way he's going. But for me, if he was going Kale, which I would think based on a 4 Chrono start or mid game is 3-2 mid game. I'd probably slam the Hand of Justice on somebody that I knew wasn't going to be part of the final comp. Like, J4 will probably not be making the final comp. Caitlyn might not make in the final comp if it was a Kale comp. Or Xin Zhao. That just gives them that healing and that buff. So that's one thing. I'm not sure if JGreg already had an idea where he was going at this point. I'm glad, by the way, that his footage is smooth. That's what I was worried about. People would send me footage that wasn't smooth, like choppy. Irelia. See, for me, Irelia is part of my Kale comp. I like adding Irelia and Cassidon. Ooh. Why'd he roll? See, okay. Let's pause from there. Oh, wait. Oh, he went for an early 6 Chrono. Wait, let's go back. Who okay, look. So here's a really good point. So you normally want to build your early, mid, late game around your strongest possible board. So in this scenario, JGreg chose to remove 2 stars from his team. So he removes 2 stars, right? Just so you can add 6 Chrono. Which, by the way, to me, 6 Chrono is a bait. So always remember, even if you're trying to build to a final comp, for example, if you're doing Blaster Brawler, you have a 2-star Lucian with Giant Slayer and red buff, and you get an early 1-star Jinx, you're probably better off with a 2-star Lucian because of that bulk and the fact that he moves around. So I would never pass the items on to Jinx unless maybe I already got an MF at like stage 4, and that would render Lucian useless. You generally don't want to replace a 2-star that's useful because that was a protector buff in this case. So let's see how that works. Theoretically, he should do less good. Irelia is a good buy though, especially when you get her early. This guy's Shen is nice. Yep, look at that. What was that? That has to be more than 10 actually. I don't remember what the damage for stage 3 is, but 10 is just the units, I think. Okay, sword, glove, tear, and rod. So I would go for the Kale. 800% here. It's a Kale with a bow. You have a rod. We don't know what he's thinking, of course. Oh my god, no one took the Kale with a bow. Oh, yeah. But I think that's what he was going for. I'm not sure if he wanted just the bow or he was actually going for a Kale comp. I guess we see later on, right? Okay. So what do you do, Greg?
No turning back now.
Okay. Trying to capitalize on his 6 Chrono. Yeah, I'd be torn here between... I think what I would build if I was going to make a Caitlyn carry, in this case, okay? It would be Infinity Edge, and then maybe the tier becomes a Shoujin. Maybe. But overall, I wouldn't make a Caitlyn carry. There is a Caitlyn comp now, by the way, that uses Runins, Trap Claw, and I think Deathblade. Jeez. Okay, not gonna lie. If I was Greg here, I would have bought the Jinx and gone Jinx. Because, I mean, Rageblade is not the best Jinx item, right? I don't know what units his enemies are going, so for me, another big point is to scout more. Is you need to know what comps your enemies are doing, your opponents are doing. But I would have built that Rageblade, even if I made a Rageblade already, I'd put it on Jinx. It doesn't matter. Ooh, yep. Okay, so he's got 3 losses since pivoting to 6 Chrono. It's a pain. If I rock Chrono at all, it's at max 4, and even then I prefer 2. Because let's pause it here. The reason I prefer like 4 Chrono or even 2 Chrono is because you could add so much more to the Chrono. You know what I mean? You don't want to like the Chrono buff applies to your whole team, but like how many of your team in Chrono will be carries, right? As opposed to, let's say, if you do Mana Reaver. So I like to run Chrono the most with Kale. Clearly, Kale is good unit. Um, I add some Mana Reaver. I add Irelia and Kassadin. I add Thresh. So I usually run it with 30 Mana Reaver actually. You want to run it with some Valkyrie, with some Mystic. For me, I run Mystic now because GP is really strong. I don't think 6 Chrono in any scenario is your strongest board for climbing rank. I'd also move his Caitlyn downward next to the Blitzcrank, but to avoid being pulled, I would put the Ezreal on like the near the left corner as well. So basically the Caitlyn is safe. What else would I do? I would have put this if I would put Zephyr on Blitz, but he didn't have a Blitz at the time he made the Zephyr, so. Ooh. So many tiers. Okay, he has an option at a Jhin right now for Sniper. Okay, so for me here, I wouldn't roll. I would never roll at this point. Yeah, I would find a way to add Celestial. I could level here. I wouldn't roll. Okay, and Shoujin? I would do a Shoujin. In fact, I would put that Rageblade in Ashe too. He sold the Irelia. That hurts. Because he had a 2-star Kassadin. So right now, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 1-star units. And he has a 2-star Kassadin on the bench. He has no Blade Master. He has a Blaster, right? So he basically, at this point, sacrificed. He could have had Sniper. No, he already has Sniper. Never mind. He could have already had Blaster. He could have had Mana Reaver because he had Irelia and he has a 2-star Kassadin, just so that he could keep the 6 Chrono buff. So that's what I would do, like very differently at this point. I would definitely remove some of the 1-stars and add in the Mana Reavers earlier, or maybe Jinx for Blaster. Who would I remove in this scenario? I would remove Twisted Fate, even though he's a 2-star. He's not an amazing 2-star. If I got another Wukong, I'd replace the Wukong just so that I could put Zephyr on Blitzcrank. I would keep the Shen because Shen is like an overall good unit, and I would be looking to pivot to Kale. So you'd have Blade Master, and Irelia gives Blade Master too, by the way. So. I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably know that. I don't know why I said that. Okay, so here he's protecting his... Okay. This is good, okay. He's protecting his Sniper so that they don't get pulled. I would still protect Ashe over Ezreal in this scenario, correct? I would definitely add Kassadin somehow. Kassadin is just a general good unit, and provides you healing, provides you from disarm, provides you disarms. Oh my god, just shoot the Kale. Oh, that stressed me out. Yeah, so at the moment, JGreg hasn't like scouted to see where's the best place to place his Wukong. Like for me, if I saw a lot of carries at the same spot in the backline, I'd put the Zephyr there, even if I was on a Wukong. Or a general good use of it is just put him on a Blitzcrank on the corner, so it lifts the person in the opposite corner, and then you can pull with Blitzcrank the guy next to him. What does he go for? He has a glove. I would go for defensive item at this point, like cloak or belt for trap claw or QSS. Okay. So he goes for an Infinity Edge. So generally now in high elo, you're looking to make one defensive item and two offensive items in your carries. So for example, on a Jinx, my preference is a Trap Claw. On MF, it's QSS. On Kale, it's either QSS or GA. Stuff like that. Okay, he makes the Infinity Edge. Okay, he's still like 34 away from a level up. So I'm guessing he's looking to add the Jhin for 6 Chrono 3 Sniper. Kale. Infiltrators, that's a good Jinx. Blaster Brawler. Two guys are going Blaster Brawler, I think. And at least one guy's going Kale. Yeah, he got demolished. The problem is his front line are both 1-stars. Like both Shen and Wukong. That Kassadin though. What's the plan, JGreg? Irelia though. There's a Kale. Oh. Sold the 2-star Kassadin. A heart. Okay, so the best person for Ionic Spark in his team is Wukong at the moment, because wherever he goes, he brings that around with him. Okay, so he goes Sniper. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Wait. Oh, okay, good. He puts the Rage. Okay, on Ashe. It's an Ashe. Oh. Jhin at the moment isn't such a strong carry. I don't know any high elo comps that uses Jhin that doesn't have Dark Star anymore. Like I used to like to run Vanguard Jhin. It's not fantastic anymore. But he wins. I would have put Rageblade on Ashe just because she has like that Seraph and Shoujin. Okay, so he's going for 8 here. Who would he add at 8? Celestial? I would put that Caitlyn in the corner just because you don't care about her. And then Twisted Fate a bit nearer to the front so you can start doing damage already. Nice, yep, that's what I would have done. Man, Kassadin would be such a good addition to his team right now. Because Kassadin would give him Mana Reaver and Celestial. I wouldn't have pushed for a level. I guess his point of view, he was really healthy. And his carries are 2-stars. I guess I'm a bit focused on his front line being 1-star, like his Wukong and his Blitzcrank, and I'm not sure what his plan is to add at level 9. So let's just see how this plays through. Oh, he's adding Karma next. The speed buff. Karma was buffed, and I love using her for Kale now, along with Lulu for Mystic. And along with Kassadin for Celestial, along with Irelia for Mana Reaver. That's why I love the comp so much. If you guys are interested in me making a guide on going that comp, let me know in the comments below. Ezreal got pushed forward. Oof, nice. Nice save, Jhin. Nice. Eliminated. I haven't watched this video before, by the way. Yeah, see, I wouldn't roll like this. I'd make the decision that I would already be doing, like, if I'm gonna hit level 9, I won't roll until I'm level 9. I wouldn't spend like the extra 2 gold just to roll. Unless of course I was dying and I needed it, then I wouldn't be leveling up, personally. That's me. Mech Infiltrator with Demolition Spat. He's missing one Kai'Sa. Man, I'd really like if JGreg won this, but took a lot of damage from that. Did he get the Wukong? Nope. Yeah, I would never roll. I mean, I'm not gonna say I would never roll at that point. I have rolled at that point. It always fucks me up though, because it ends. Shen. Thresh. Karma. Doesn't have Dark Star though. Or Mystic. So the Karma's strict role here is just to buff Jhin. So top 5 so far, right? There's 3 people eliminated. I'd be scouting like crazy at this point. Like a round wouldn't go until that I. Oh my god! Holy crap! How much damage is that? Oh, he's currently in gold. Okay, might be. Wait, let's 17 damage. Okay, so let's look at the enemy comp here. That demolished JGreg. Okay. So this is close to what I would do for a Kayle build. This is 4 Chrono, right? Ezreal, Wukong, Thresh, Blitzcrank, even has a Twisted Fate. Oh wait, no, this is 6. Is he 6 Chrono too? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. Okay. So the guy's doing 6 Chrono. Okay, so the guy is doing 6 Chrono with Kayle. But apart from that, he has Valkyrie, he has Mana Reaver, and he has Blade Master. So compare that to both of them are level 9, right? Does he have a? He doesn't have a. Well, he has 9 units, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He doesn't have a Force of Nature. So compare where the two went. They both went 6 Chrono. JGreg went with a Jhin and Ashe carry, but no Celestial. And this guy has like 6 Chrono, 2 Valkyrie, 3 Blade Master, 2 Mana Reaver. That's about it, right? Yeah. And then theoretically, once they got Misfortune, they'd probably go for sorry. Once he gets Misfortune, he'd probably go for Misfortune, replace the Kai'Sa, right? Let's see what else. Let's go back a bit. Okay, 17 health, and he still had 60 gold. So I find that this is like a really, really greedy play. Like I wouldn't keep that much gold at this point. I guess it's because he's already invested in levels, so he's gonna wait it out. But the moment I hit like in my 30s and it's like people are getting eliminated already, I guess here I would still hold. But for me, I hit level 9. As long as I can hit level 9 with 30 gold remaining, that's my goal. Then I roll down with 30 gold, look for whatever else I need. In this case, he added a Karma, but the Karma's only purpose was to buff the Jhin. It really didn't give him much. I would have removed 2 Chronos in his scenario. I would have removed Blitzcrank, because Thresh could pull him in anyway. That's another thing, by the way. I don't think his Thresh had any really good pullable units except for another Thresh. That's one thing to keep in mind when you're playing Thresh. You want to make sure that who Thresh pulls is going to make a difference. Like, for me, okay, cool. He's going to pull what in this scenario for now? I mean, I know he 2-stars the Karma eventually, but who's he gonna pull? A 2-star Shen is decent. A 1-star Wukong is decent. 1-star. There we go. Look who came to the rescue. That 1-star Twisted Fate. Thresh pulling a Blitzcrank after 10 seconds would pull this hail. That would really screw them up. He had Lulu in his bench. That's another note, huh? Let's look at this guy's final comp again. So everything that his Thresh can pull is dangerous. A Lulu, a Blitzcrank, a Wukong, another Blitzcrank, and another 2-star kill. Yeah, so overall, my recommendation, play your strongest board. Just to make a synergy fit, like early and mid game, is not worth it. You want some bulk, you want some 2-stars. I would definitely not have removed the 2-star protectors for just to get a 6 Chrono buff. Which, by the way, overall, I don't recommend 6 Chrono. I think you could do so much better with the other units or the other unit slots. I would have gone for a stronger, like a known stronger comp. I would play something that I know will be kind of strong. I rarely experiment in rank. Now I still do. I won't say I don't experiment in rank. I still do. To my grief. 3. I would know where I'm going by Krugs. I'm not sure if this comp was JGreg's like goal comp since Krugs. I don't know for sure. But for me, I scout at Krugs and then see what's available and what items I have, and then base it from there. If 1 or 2 other people are going Kale, I'll still try to go for Kale if I have good Kale items. Like he had, I believe, Rod. He had a Rod, Sword, Glove, and Tier. That could have been Hand of Justice. It could have been Rageblade. That could have been GA. So that's where I automatically go to. I would definitely consider looking at other synergies. If you added Celestial, your whole team will heal just that much more. For example, Ashe could be healing. Jhin would heal more than just the Bloodthirster buff, which actually the Bloodthirster is probably more than enough for Jhin, to be honest. But it's definitely worth more than 6 Chrono. Like, that attack speed is, in my opinion, negligible. You want 2 offensive items and 1 defensive items on your carries. So that would be the popular defensive items are really GA, QSS, Trap Claw. Am I missing one? Is there a defensive item that I'm not thinking of? Locket. Not Locket. That's not a priority. Is it ever a priority? I don't think so. What else could have been done better? I wouldn't greed my gold, because when you're at around 30 or below HP, you kind of want to make sure you stay at that HP. So the rule of thumb for me is if I can keep about 30 gold when I go 8, I'll do it. If I can go level 9 with like 30 gold, I do it. Or unless I already have the unit, then I'll all in off the bat. In this case, he had the karma already that he intended to use. I would have gone all in just to add it. If I thought that would be that would improve my comp by so much more, 800% I would add it. In JGreg's final comp, I probably would have removed some Chronos for Lulu, so I would get Celestial and Mystic. If I was gonna run the Jhin at all, it would probably be that, and maybe a Mordekaiser for Vanguard and Darkstar, right? That makes sense. Wukong, Mordekaiser, Lulu, Ashe, Jhin. So that's 5. We have Karma. That's 6. So we'd have 2 or 3 more. And then three more Chronos. I wouldn't be Twisted Fate. It's never Twisted Fate for me. Thresh, 2 more Chronos. Shen, and Blitzcrank would be unnecessary because Thresh can pull him in. It wouldn't be Twisted Fate. Maybe Caitlyn. So this would give you 4 Chrono, 3 Darkstar, 2 Celestial, 2 Mystic, 3 Sniper. I'm not saying this is the best possible scenario, but this is a one way you could tweak this comp. Like literally removing 2 Chrono, you would have gotten 3 Darkstar, 2 Celestial, 2 Sniper, an additional Sniper and 2 Mystic. So that's what I recommend. So you always have to think of building your best possible board. If you can follow a meta comp, do it. Don't force the same comp every round. I base it from Krugs, what items I have, what everybody else is going, and I do it from there. And I still think JGreg has a really strong handle of the basics of the game. Like I can see he's definitely a platinum player, but you can these little modifications, little tweaks can really push you up and above. Yeah, I think the knowing what are the good comps is a really strong tool in your pocket. So I'm gonna be looking for some guides on what are the current meta comps, and I'll place them in the description below as well. I'll take them from Reddit. These are not guides from me. If you want to watch my Kale video, I have a playlist for all my TFT set 3 videos. Thank you to JGreg for allowing me to be my first TFT gameplay review. Again, if you're interested, link in the description below to apply, send me some footage, and I'll review it on YouTube. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Guys, it's meant so much to me seeing you guys comment on the video, letting me know that I'm doing a good job. I even appreciate people letting me know I'm doing a bad job, because I need to improve. And if you guys have any recommendations on how to improve in general, let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one, guys.